Hi all, very good morning. Welcome to the second episode of Cloud Made Easy, where we are discussing the new exam question which is coming on AWS Solution Architect SSSCO2 exam. So I will be posting these types of content again. So do subscribe my channel to see new questions. So let's start from the beginning. We'll be discussing three questions today. The first question is came on somewhat August mid. So the question is based on high availability. So the question is a solution architect must create a high available basin host architecture. The solution needs to be resilient within a single AWS region and should require only minimum effort to maintain. What should be the solution architecture do to meet these requirements? Okay, so let me highlight the key points here. So the key points is high available, uh, then resilient. Resilient means flexible, okay, and single AZ. Uh, I mean, it's not that important anyways. So these are the two key points we got. So here high available, we got high available. So in short, we can mention HA, and resilient means it's whenever you see the term resilient in your question, you can think of autoscaling group in AWS world. So resilient means flexible. Flexible means autoscaling group. So they just wanted to create a version host in high availability zone, in highly available zone, and then that should be flexible. Okay, so what is version host? If you don't know, let me quickly draw a picture for you. So in many cases, the production box, it's not one, it should have multiple box, and it should be somehow under a load balancer, right? So suppose in my example I have three production box, and these are simply EC2 instances, okay. But the problem is, if I want to deploy my code, I need to the application engineer needs to uh, come and deploy in every box, which is not possible, right? So to overcome this situation, the architect will create a jump box, right? And this jump box called Bastion host. So where from the Bastion host you can application engineer can access all the other private and public servers, or the servers that are in public or private domain, and he can deploy or he can do the necessary change from this one. So this is called jump box in normal term, but in AWS term it's called Bastion host, which is sitting on public. Okay. So this is the main fund of Bastion host. Fine. So they are talking about the Bastion host. Now we got HA and AS. We'll quickly scan through the uh, options. So if I just see the four options, so in the four option, network load balancer is there. So basically network load balancer will be there for the question like throughout. So you should not consider the network load balancer. You need to consider the second part. So create a network load balancer backed by an AWS like autoscaling group with a UDP listener. Autoscaling group is there, right? And we are expecting an autoscaling group. But UDP, why we do need a UDP? UDP protocol is something which does torrent use, right? So there are two protocol, TCP and UDP. So I'll not discussing what is UDP and what is difference between TCP and UDP. But for like general purpose, UDP doesn't have any listener, like doesn't do handshake. So the packet that you are sending, you can't be sure that the packet will send to that particular destination. It cannot be delivered, but that information you don't have. Like there is no handshake concept that is there in TCP. So UDP protocol is basically used by many organization. The biggest example of UDP is torrent. Okay, so this is not the perfect choice for this one, I would say, but autoscaling group is there. I'll go to the next option. So create a network load balancer backed support by Spot Fleet with instances. Spot Fleet is not suitable for Blazon host. It's kind of on-demand instance. When your requirement is done, you will close the instance, which is not good, I think. And also they are saying instance in partition placement group. So why do we can't, like, if it is partition placement group, then uh, like you can't really put into the partition placement group, right? So it will be not highly available. So let me go to that few other options. Then it is saying the create a network load balancer backed by the existing servers in different edges as a target. Okay, but here is different edges. But what about highly available? What about resilient? Resilient is so this is not the correct option. Create a network load balancer backed by the auto scaling group, okay, with the instances in multiple edges as a target zone. So it is auto scaling group is there and multiple edges is there, so it's highly available and resilient. So better choose this option. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next question. A company is migrating from an on-premises infrastructure to AWS cloud. Good. So one of the company's applications stored in files on Windows file system server server farm. Okay, that is use distributed file system replication DFSR. Okay, to keep data sync. A solution architect needs to replace the file server farm. Which solution is the best suited? So they are basically saying they are going to migrate their cloud platform on-premise to AWS, and they have a file system which is there in Windows file system having support of distributed file system replication. They just wanted to have a replacement in AWS. Though the straightforward answer for this is AWS FSx. Okay, so I will be the file system which is there in our on-premises server. AWS has created FSx, which is managed by AWS. And let's see if we have the option. So EFS, Elastic File Storage, will not be the correct option. We have Amazon FSx, which is the correct one. If we see the other option, S3 is not suitable. Storage gateway, anyway, it is a mode of transfer file, so this is not suitable. So this is a straightforward question. And you have basically, for information, I just wanted to let you know that two options will be there for Windows. AWS has Windows Amazon FSx. For Linux, AWS has FSx Lastur, right? So that two options you need to take care of. So I'll quickly move on to the. This is pretty straightforward. Next question. So you seen that question pattern? So if you see two question, one of them are big and one of them are like one-liner. So which basically maintain your speed or maintain your helps you to maintain your time, because you can't spend more than 2 minutes per question, right? So let's move on to the third question. The third question is a company application runs on Amazon EC2 instance behind the application load balancer. Okay, the instances run in the Amazon EC2 auto scaling group across multiple availability zone. Okay, fine. On the first day of every month at the midnight. This is the key phrase. The application becomes much slower than the when the month-end financial calculation batch executes. This causes the CPU utilization of EC2 instance to immediately peak 200%, which disrupt the application. What is the solution architect recommended to ensure that the application is handle the workload to avoid downtime? So, in nutshell, what basically they are saying, they have they are facing an issue on a specific day, which is a month end date. On particular day they are having some financial transaction or calculation. So they are expecting a solution from you. So we'll see. Configuration Amazon Cloud Fund distribution with ALB. So they are basically saying they want to go for cloud fund distribution. So which is a cache mechanism in front of ALB, but it doesn't solve that particular day problem, right? It is a overall solution. You can cache few data. So I will not consider this option. Let's go to the next one. Configure an EC2 auto scaling simple scaling policy based on CPU utilization. Simple scaling policy, again, it is not good because I just wanted to have, I know like my application will not working on a specific day. So the simple scaling policy doesn't allow to mention on that specific day, right? So I'll not consider this option as well. Next one is configure an EC2 auto scaling schedule scaling policy based on the monthly schedule. So schedule scaling policy allows us to schedule a particular uh, handle a particular peak on a specific day. So which is basically telling here, no, every month at the midnight they want to add some extra EC2 instance. So this option may be fine. I think I will go for the next one as well. As of now, this is my answer. Configure a Amazon Elastic Cache to remove some workload from the EC2 instance. This is again they want to implement some EC2 cache. So this is a overall solution, not a solution which they are expecting to be done on a specific day. So better go with the option C. So with this, thanks. We'll connect soon.